Assalamu alaikum and hello. I'm Azmat Shah from Drupak and we are into day 8 of Drupal uh, in the Mega DDCDP training series. Today we will be continuing with the paragraphs and theming which we started in day 7, and then we will create accordions and their corresponding paragraph types. We'll also create a hero section, and then we will extend the hero section so that we can have different types of paragraph into it, uh, could be added into it. Also there will be a background image associated with every section, so there are a lot of interesting things ahead. Let us start. We have got some interesting stuff ahead, so let's start. We start with creating an accordion. So what is an accordion? I will again go to hyper UI dev, and by the way we are very thankful to them because they are helping us with this course in Drupal, and we will be turning some of their components into Drupal structure. So if we come to the marketing, I think, and then the FAQs, so you might have seen something like this which is called accordion. So let's do this in Drupal. So any guesses what should we do with this? How should be the data structure? Yeah, so that will be one item of the accordion, and then this will be the second one, but we will have a wrapper around it so that both of them are contained in one chunk. So let's start with creating an accordion paragraph type. So we'll go to structure, paragraph types, and we'll call it, let us first create paragraph item, accordion item. So how many fields we should have? This is title and this is description, so 2 fields. By the way, if we already have title or description fields, so we can reuse them. I think we do have. So this is field underscore title, we'll reuse it, and another one is description, I guess somewhere.
Field description.
Yes. So these 2 fields are now ready. But if we add content to it now, both of these fields will be surrounded by one accordion item paragraph, but they will not be wrapped. So what we can do is we can create a wrapper type also. We call it accordion, or we can add wrapper also, but accordion is fine. So now my question to you is, because in the first lecture of theming we also did the same, so what should we do here? Yes, so we will refer inner content, and what should we refer here? Accordion item, not this,
item.
and save. So the data structure now is ready. Maybe we just need to hide some manage displays labels because they won't look good. So let us go to accordion item, also manage display, hidden, they are already hidden. Okay, so the next thing now is, if we come to any page, for example add content and landing page, so here we need to have what? Accordion item or accordion? Accordion.
Yes.
So that's why we will go to
Content
types, landing page, manage fields, and change the sub content. This is also paragraph type, right? Field. So here we will add accordion as well and save. Let us come to manage form display just to check how we have set up this thing. All of them should be closed so that we can rearrange them and update, save. Okay, so if now we go on and add some content, landing page, and this one should be accordion test, and maybe this is the title. So what we will do is we will click on add accordion, right? So this is the description, this is title. By the way, we should have title above. How to change it? Anybody?
You have to go to the paragraph type and manage form display.
Let's do it. So manage
Item.
item, and this is what I want from you. You should know what you are doing.
Yes.
So manage form display, title is
Yes.
here, so we'll raise it above description, and that's all.
Yes.
We refresh the page now. Accordion test. So add accordion, here we will make this title and maybe some and then add another item, and this will be some stuff. Add another item, so we'll have now 3 items. That's it. And you can add other components also to build, but right now we are just testing inner content, right? Accordions. And say, do you think if I save it, how will this look? Should it look like accordion? Yeah, so
Title and
so
description.
they are not styled at all, and they look like this.
Yes.
So now that's what a Drupal themer is. This is the raw output from paragraphs right now. So if a designer or a developer can change the raw output of what Drupal outputs into something intended, he or she is called themer, Drupal themer. So you should know how Drupal outputs data. So now if we go to, let's start with this. So that's the markup actually, which we need to change. The original markup should be changed into something like this. Your designer would have given you something like this, and you will have to include it in Drupal markup. So the next step is, if we go to this and view display, we manage view page source, or better if we can just inspect it. So you can see this is node content. Do you remember what how Drupal displays it? This is a node, right?
Yes.
So the class for node is this, and the output starts from content node.html.twig. Inside it there will be field, and then in the field, because this is paragraph type, so it starts from here. You can see the templates paragraph.html.twig. Because this is default, we have not specified any files for this type of paragraph. So this is the outer paragraph, and then in the inner paragraph field again, and then you will have these 3 fields. These are 3 fields, and then inside them there will be paragraph also. Can anybody tell me why is this paragraph inside field? The inner paragraphs are inside the field.
Because they are wrapped inside the main accordion.
No, this is paragraph actually, paragraph template. It is wrapped inside a field template.
Item.
So let me draw this diagram first, so that all these skills are what is it doing? Okay, so main it all starts with HTML, right? HTML dot twig, then page dot HTML dot twig. Inside the page there will be a region, right? So region dot HTML dot twig, and then inside the region there will be block. So content is also a block. So block dot HTML dot twig. Then inside the block there is going to be node dot HTML dot twig. Then inside the node, okay, so I will stop here, and if we come to the landing page, content types, landing page, manage fields. So now we are inside the node. So this node only has one field. Title is also there, but this field is a field actually. This is a field. We created a paragraph reference field. So this is the distinction you need to know. So this is, then there is going to be a field dot HTML dot twig, and inside this is a referred paragraph.
Yes, sir.
So paragraph dot HTML dot twig, right? Okay, so this is the wrapper paragraph. Wrapper accordion.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we are in the jurisdiction of the accordion paragraph type, right? So if I go to structure, paragraph types, accordion, manage fields. So again, what is there?
Yes, sir. The inner content.
Inner content. So
The
again a field.
Field is here.
Okay. So next is a field again, and field is field dot HTML dot twig, and it is inner paragraph item or whatever. Okay.
Yes.
The next is, now we again, if we refer a paragraph type inner content, what it refers? It refers accordion item.
Accordion item.
So now there are how many items? 3 items.
3 items. Yes, sir.
3 paragraph items. But before going there, what it is doing, it will be a paragraph item and paragraph item and paragraph item. Why? Because we are going to reference 3 paragraph
Yes, sir.
items, and in each paragraph item, now we are in the jurisdiction of accordion item, this one.
Yes, sir.
So again it has 2 fields,
2 fields, title and description.
title and description.
Yes.
So now it will be field underscore title and field underscore description. So it now all depends upon you which part of the page you want to style. So right now, because we have created the accordion, we are from where will our code start? This is my question. We will concentrate on this part.
Yes, sir.
This part only.
The wrapper and the items.
The wrapper and the items, right? So that's what we are going to do now.
Yes.
So right now it is taking the, if you go to that accordion test page, it all is starting from here. By the way, we have these values still, we will have to remove them.
Yes.
But if you go to in the paragraphs, make a habit in the templates inside your theme. We will copy the paragraph.html.twig and paste it in the same paragraph. Rename it to paragraph dash dash accordion.html.twig. Paragraph dash dash accordion.html.twig. So the output of this paragraph will start here. And let me just give okay, this should be removed, and I think we should remove it from the main paragraph
Yes,
also, so that we don't see it. Okay, just for your understanding, paragraph dash dash accordion, if I wrap this the whole thing with a div and div class equals some background color for Tailwind. So what
BG
can
dash.
BG dash
Gray dash 700 500
500 or maybe BG dash blue dash 500, right? And we will and one thing, we need to be running the Tailwind build. So I think we should first run that front end themes custom ddcdp. What's the command? Ddf npm run
build.
watch.
First
Watch
build
is,
and then
no,
watch.
watch is fine. It will work. Okay, so because we have made change in template, so ddf -cr we should clear cache also. So this is the jurisdiction of the accordion wrapper paragraph type, right? Now how will you know that which ones are the inner items? So here if you go to the same code, if I just copy paste this, copy and we'll paste it, and it should be dash dash item, accordion dash dash accordion dash item dot html dot tag, and here we should have maybe yellow, and we should have some padding also, padding or margin. So margin bottom -6 is fine.
Yes.
Okay,
See.
let me
Clear
refresh it
caches.
without. Okay, cr. So you can see this is one accordion item, this is another, and this is another, and this is that margin we have given. Okay,
Yes.
so how should we now, the goal is we should have this markup, right? And it actually will be accordion. We'll copy it. So the way I normally do is I go to the parent one. Okay, so it makes it easier. So if we go to the parent paragraph, which is accordion, this one, and below the actual markup I paste it so that I can easily follow what I have to do. Okay, so just going through the code for a minute or two, what you can do is you can know, so this wrapper has to be there. Okay, then what is the repetition? I think this is the repetition details,
Yes, sir.
because there are two paragraph items there.
Yes.
So where should these two go?
Items.
In items.
In items,
So
yes.
we'll just cut it, one of them, and in the item below this I'll paste it. Okay, now it means whatever is in the, I mean how many of them are there, they will be looped through and it will generate this output. Okay, so now this is not our concern. Now I will leave it as it is. Sorry, not the top one, just this. Is this clear?
Yes.
Everything has to be wrapped in this, and this the things you will have to loop through, they will be the item, this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so by the way, we should not be removing this div. So what we can do is we can just
Add classes.
this one. I will cut it from here and place it inside. Is this item or, oh sorry, this is item, this one. We will cut it this part and place it inside this. Okay, we also, this is very important part of the Drupal code. I will demo it maybe at the end, but for now we don't need it. Okay, so what we can do is we will remove this as well as this div, and we will only leave the content. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this content actually is individual parent item, and it will loop it through it automatically.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next step is I will change this markup into this. This is now the item paragraph.
Yes.
Accordion. So the same stuff, I don't need these divs, not this one as well, and even this is what we have. But now we need to do some customization.
Yes, sir.
What is going to be that customization?
Content title and content description.
Good. So this is something we need to make dynamic.
Yes, sir.
So it should be content dot
Field underscore title.
field underscore title dot 0 is good. Okay, one thing, how would you know that this is the name of the, so you can go to manage fields or you can dump the
Yes, sir. Check the machine name.
Content dump content.
Yes.
So if we refresh the page, it has field underscore description and field underscore title, right?
Yes, sir.
And this is going to be field underscore description. So basically these now will be variables rather than the static content. So field underscore description, right? Description.
Remove the two curly braces.
Also this should be div rather than p. Similarly, this is h2, this is fine. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. And we can remove this code all together because we don't need it, and save. Now I will have to redef -cr and it is kind of working,
Yes.
but there is probably some problem with the spacing. What can be the reason?
Yes, sir. The space y space y-4. Go to the wrapper.
Okay, there is this field item also. We need to remove this markup. And by the way, you can have field type, entity reference, revisions, field inner content. These are the, if you go to this diagram, so you can see even the paragraphs are wrapped in fields. So we need to remove the markup from the field in which the paragraph item is wrapped, right?
Okay.
So here if you can see, these are redundant values, we don't need them. This is starting from the field revision inner content. So if we create a field with this name, so it will remove this markup. You can see all of them are wrapped in field item.
Yes, sir.
And then it all is wrapped in another field, and then there is this space.
Yes, sir.
But there is also this space. This is
Yes, sir. That is the wrapper.
okay, so we should remove it.
Wrapper accordion have that.
Accordion.
Yes, sir. This one.
Let me try removing it.
Clear for cache.
What can be okay? There is some padding, I think. Hidden marker. Details. Okay, details has some default styling. This is because this theme is, we should not have these default stylings. Okay, so you can see in the details we can just add this, remove this margin top and bottom, and the design is now almost the same, and it will be responsive also, and the accordion is ready. But as I said, we need to remove the inner divs also. Okay, so that the markup is exactly like this one. You can see there are no extra divs here. So how can we do that? Fields. You should remove the fields.
Field item.
So I will go back to this, and you can see we have if you click on any of the accordion items, its parent is this field item, and this one is the one we need to create a. So field name field, this comes from which paragraph type? Inner field. If you go to
accordion wrapper, sir.
Yes, accordion wrapper, this is that inner
Yes,
field.
sir, yes,
So because this is a field, so it has its own divs,
Yes, sir.
and then inside it there is a accordion paragraph type, item type, this one, and it also has its own fields.
Yes, sir.
So they are repeating kind of. So we'll go to the field section in this one, and I'll copy the base one, field.html.twig, and paste it here, and the name should be that one which we just copied from there in the markup, this one. The name should be .html.twig. Clear? Okay, so if you remember, we did something like this previously as well. If multiple, so this will, and let me check if it is multiple. This field, manage fields, this. So if you edit it, it's unlimited. It means the multiple will take effect. This one will take effect. So this is that item. We don't need it. This div. Also, we don't need this div. But again, inside it, if you remember, there were 3 more. So we don't need this one also. And this one also. One thing, we are losing on some power of editing, but it's good for now. At least we need the exact markup, right? So if we now clear cache, refresh it, ignore the spacing because this is the default detail style. So if you inspect it, Now field dash name dash field it still is there. Maybe there is some field dash name dash field dash name dash content. Okay, if label is hidden it will run. It means maybe the label is not hidden. So structure, paragraph types, manage display, labels are hidden under field underscore inner content. Let us have some look. Had we refreshed it? So begin template from paragraph dash accordion dash field. Okay, one thing, it is still taking it from this. It should be this one, field dash paragraph dash field dash inner dash content dot html dot twig. And custom output from this, so it should be, and theme hook suggestions are dash item and field. Let me copy field dash name dash field dash inner dash content, right? I think this name is a bit ambiguous. This should not be name. Field dash inner. This is field dash field dash inner. This one should be
the file name should be like this,
field dash field dash inner. So if you go to field dash field, this was our mistake. Okay, field dash field dash inner. Now hopefully did dash cr field dash inner dash content dot html dot twig.
so I think there is a 3 fields in a file name, and here is 2.
Begin output from field dot html dot twig. Field dash okay, this is class. This should be, we should be targeting these values, right? So field dash
Kindly check the file names in the VS Code.
field dash field dash
There is the 3 fields.
yes, yeah, good. Field dash field dash inner dot, good. You can see now it has, sorry, not this one, it's green. This one has
Yes,
taken
sir.
effect now,
Yes, sir.
and hopefully there won't be any extra divs now.
Yes.
So more or less we have themed it. We were not going to go into a lot of precision, but you get the idea. Is this clear?
Yes.
So we have, so now if you need accordion, what you will do, you will just go to, maybe if we have in this page also we need an accordion, so what we will do is we will just click on edit, sorry, not this, which one we had, This is the testing. This one.
First one.
I mean this event promotion. Here, if you need to have this, so what we can do is we can add an accordion here also. This one and two is enough for now. So this is the accordion.
Yes.
And by the way, why is this there space? If you go to, because we are using Tailwind CSS and we should not have these default markups because this theme was generated by that command. So there you can see there are a lot of these components,
Yes.
default ones, and the one we are having with
Field.
the problem is this detail one, and it has margin top, and so we can remove this for now because we'll be using Tailwind everywhere. So gone. Yes, now it is 100%.
Yes.
Can you see? If you go to this one, accordion test, and here also you can see there are 3 labels now. 3 headers, and this is the normal accordion.
Yes. So, but they are sort of open at some times.
Open at the same time.
Yes, sir.
I mean the design is like this, so you can go through. It all depends upon your JavaScript code. If one is open,
So the other two should be.
yes. But there are times when you want all of them to be open like this. So in that case, it is okay.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back after much needed break. So now it's the turn for this one to be built in Drupal. This is a design with the header. So we normally call it Jumbotron or something like this. It's
Hero section.
hero section. Then this is the description, and then these 2 buttons. So it can be done in a variety of ways, but let's divide it into a reusable sort of component. So the way I will do it, it is, this is a section kind of. Section will have a background background image. So we should have the ability to upload image with that section. Then it should have a title, description for some, and then 2 CTAs. So let's do it. And by the way, the markup of this is ready because this is not Tailwind CSS course, so I'll just open it for now. So if I remove, so this is going to be a container div, and then all of this. So these 2 are, this is a container for the CTAs. So this is one CTA and this is another one, call to action, and then this is the title and this is the description. So let's do it.
Yes.
In Drupal we will create a paragraph type and we'll call it for now we can call it is it header or what should we call it?
Hero.
Hero. Hero. So we should have one field for the image, background image. Okay. So do we have any media image already?
Yes, sir. Media image.
Yes, media image. So we can reuse that as background image. And then we can have title and description. and then these two CTS. But I think we should have it a bit differently. I can create these three in this format. This will be text, this will be description, and then these two buttons. But let us make it reusable. So we will create another paragraph item, and I will call it content. Okay,
Hero content.
just content, so that we can reuse it in other types also. And one thing we can also do is, if we call it a section rather than a hero, so it can even make it more powerful. So let me do it. Just like I created a hero image, I will call it section. For now, let me just call it section. Okay, save. And it will also have a background image. Forget about the hero right now. Next is, I will create a paragraph type and call it content. In this paragraph type, we can have extra other paragraph types also. So for example, in this section, I will add a section, and then I will add a paragraph for the content. In the content, I can have these as individual items. So this one, for example, title and description, I will call it text only document. Paragraph type, structure, paragraph types, add paragraph type, and I normally call them text only. Okay, text only, it will have two fields, title and another one is description. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so in the content paragraph type, this, the one we created, this one is a paragraph type. Right now it does not have any field. So what we should have, the inner paragraph field, we can reuse content. So right now I think the text only I want to refer, just for your understanding. I would remove the other ones, text only, and save. Now I want to add a section which is a hero, for example. So what I will do, and by the way, we should change the landing page settings also, so that it can now include this landing page. So it should have a section paragraph type also. Where is section? This one, just section. Now save. If I add content and landing page, here I want to add a header. So what I will do, I will add a section. I'll add a section, so it has a background image, this one.
Yes.
So I will upload a background image, and then I can add hold on, there is one field missing in structure, paragraph types.
You have referred the text only in the content.
We should have in the section, where is section, media image, and here we should have to refer, we will refer the content. Good. In the section manage fields, here you will create a new field, inner content, and we will just refer the content. This is a bit confusing, but once you practice, you will know what is happening. Okay, so the section has two fields now, inner content, which refers to the content, paragraph type, and the media image. So if I now go to add content, landing page, and I will add a section. So section will have the inner content and the media image. Why is this open? We can set the settings for this so that they are not open by default. And where we can do it, in this paragraph types section, manage font display, this is table, and here we should have all of them collapsed.
Yes, sir. Close.
The default one will also be none. And update, save. Okay, so I'll go to content, landing page. What I want to add a header now. So what I will do,
Sections.
add a section. So section can have a background image also, and I can add content to the section.
Yes, sir.
So which content I want to add? Text,
only.
because right now there is just one, so it's title and
Description.
description. Clear?
Yes, sir.
But it is lacking one thing, and that is
CTS.
the CTS. So normally in a system you can have multiple links, but they will have to be differently styled. So what we can do is, if you go to paragraph type, and we'll create a paragraph type of CTA, call to action. What should be here? Just one field, and that is going to be the link field.
Link field.
Social, we can create a new field here. What's the name? Link, and it will call it CTA link, and it should be one. Save. CTA link. Now we should have a CTA group paragraph type also. CTA group, and the inner content field, what should it refer to? Just CTA.
Yes.
And save. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now in the main content paragraph section, content paragraph type, if you remember, the content right now has access to only the text only paragraph type.
Yes, sir.
Now what we will refer? Group or CTA?
Group. CTA group.
CTA group. That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
2. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now if I go to add content and landing page, and I want to add a section. So add section. In the section I can have background image, but then I can add content. So in the add content, you can see we have two things. What do you want to add? First a text only,
Yes.
and then a CTA group. And in the group we can have links, and then you can have add CTA. So what you can do is, you can have multiple CTAs, and this collapse all button basically lets you know the structure of your content like this. Collapse all, right? So this content has now 2 items into it, and it has 3 of them, the
Yes, sir.
CTAs. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I frequently refer to view modes and the power of view modes in Drupal. Okay. So what is view mode? You already know about view modes.
Yes, sir. How the content will look. How the content will look like.
Exactly.
To show the content.
Yes. So if you come to the hero section, here you can see we have one button of this style,
Yes.
another button of this style, right?
Yes, sir.
So we can, what we can do to achieve this?
2 view modes
View modes for which paragraph type?
for CTA group.
CTA, not group.
CTA.
CTA.
Individual
We can have for CTA group also, if we want to differently style the appearance of different links.
Okay.
You can do that also. But right now we need view modes for the CTA.
Individuals.
So we will go to structure, display modes, view modes, and we'll come to the paragraph section. Here add view mode button, or you can call it primary or secondary, something like this for now. So primary, and you can have a lot of such view modes. So this is primary, another one will be secondary, and for now these two are fine, primary and secondary, right? The next step is to go to paragraph types, CTA, manage what? Display. Right now they are not visible here,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes.
So you should have this
A
checked,
custom and then use these two.
primary and secondary.
Yes,
Save.
sir.
That's it. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Normally, now if you want to change something, you will have to either come to primary or secondary,
Yes.
right? Hidden. And this one should also be hidden. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. So if we come to paragraph types, sorry, we come to the paragraph section. In the paragraphs folder, this one, we will copy the paragraph, copy and paste this. So what should be the file name? Paragraph dash dash paragraph dash dash cta.html.txt. But this will work for all the CTAs. This will work for all the CTAs. We can have paragraph dash dash CTA dash dash view mode. So its name will be primary.
Yes, sir.
I think this is the naming convention. We can test it. Copy, paste, and the other one will be secondary. .html.txt. This is CTA primary.html.txt. This is secondary.html.txt. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now in the primary, let me dump content. If the naming convention is not okay, we will check it, but for now we will dump content. By the way, if I'm going to add a CTA now, I have no option to select the view mode. So what I will do?
View mode switcher.
Good. So in the paragraph types,
Off.
in the CTA manage fields, what we need to have? The switcher field.
Yes, sir.
And we should have only these two for now, primary and secondary, and save.
This one will be default, sir.
Okay, this
Default to primary and secondary. Yes.
okay. So we can now select the view mode. Okay, let me clear cache. We will create a dummy page for now, just to check if the CTAs are working fine. So we go to this, checking CTAs, and what we will do is section. In the section we will add content, and in the content we will add CTA group, and in the CTA group we will add two links. And display style should be primary, and maybe we can add another one also, node/2. Display should be secondary, and save. It is working. This means the primary is taking effect. And how can we access the link? So it has all of this information, and this is the important one. Type is link, title is click title, and the URL is this. So we can use what we can do now, we can copy the code which Shahab has written. This button, this code we can copy
Yes, sir.
and make it into a link for primary, and this
Yes,
one
sir.
will be
For secondary.
for secondary, this one will be secondary, and this one will be the CTA group
Yes, sir.
wrapper, right? So if we choose primary, this one should be output. So right now in the I think this is the primary. So here I will, just like as I said, normally I paste below the actual content, and then we have dumped it. So what we need is, this should be actual link to
Yes,
the,
sir.
and this one should be the text.
The title, yes.
Okay, so this we can easily get in the, from here should be field underscore CTA link, and then 0 and title,
Title.
0 hash title. So field underscore content dot field underscore, what's the name, CTA link,
Yes, sir.
CTA underscore link, and then
0.
0 and hash
And then title.
title, 0 hash title, 0 hash title, 0 and hash title. Is this 0 or something else? Field 0, yes, 0 has field title, right? Click here.
Yes.
Okay, we'll check if this is, rather if we can dump it.
Dump.
Yes, this is click here, so it means it is working. And even the link you can see, okay, this is dynamic, now the static
Yes,
one.
sir. Static one.
Okay, so this is click here, and what else we needed to have? The link actually. So I think there is some toString method, 0 title, let me check, hash URL somewhere, 0 type URL, this is URL,
Yes, sir.
hash URL, right? So this should be, I think almost the same stuff, so we can copy it.
Yes.
But remember one thing, this is URL, so this is URL object. If you can see in the dump, this is not text, it is Drupal core URL object.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it has normally a dot toString method, dot toString, something like this I think, or maybe without bracket. Let me try if it works. Better be if you can dump this one too. So this is also working. Clear? So this link now will be dynamic as well, and the text is also dynamic, and I think we should remove everything else just to check if things are fine. So this is going to
Yes, sir.
node 2, this is working, but one thing, there is some issue, CSS issue. It should be display
Yes, sir.
block. Yeah, but ignore it for now. So this is one type of button. And why is this doing it all this? Because I think the default still has some, I'm coming from the paragraphs, but you get the point. Now the CTA style will look like this. And we also need to create the secondary. We already have secondary one, so we can quickly copy this one, and not this one, but we can copy the markup from here. This is the second one, right? And we will go to the secondary one, paste it here, and copy the keys from here. The href is this, href is this, and this should be this. Is this clear? And if I refresh the page now, we added both the buttons, so now they are almost in the same. So if we add CTA style primary, it will be in the first style, otherwise in the second style. Now also we need to have a wrapper around this.
Yes.
And we need to, so how can we do that? Paragraph dash dash copy file, and it will be pasted as paragraph dash dash CTA dash group, paragraph dash dash CTA dash group dot html dot twig. Okay, so as I said, my style is I always copy the original. So these are the two CTAs. This is this one and this one. So we now need this around it. So this is going to be copy. Our wrapper should have this. CTA dash group. So here this, and then closing div. Inside it we will just paste this content variable, and remember, because it also has fields, so it will have wrapping, but for now this is fine. And we clear cache. And why is this text coming?
So go to the secondary file, sir, of the CTA, and remove this code.
This one?
This all code, sir. This
Okay,
is
okay. Yes. So if you want to add buttons now, you can, if for example your client now asks you to add another button, okay, so what you will do, you will just go to the CTAs here, and you will add another CTA, /3, and this is another link, and you can have multiple such styles, so maybe primary again, and save. Clear?
yes.
Okay, so this has been done. Now the if you go to original design, what now we need is we need to have to add this also, and then the buttons and the background image. I think we already have the this structure. We have the, if we edit it, so you can see this we are in the section. You can collapse all to know what is there. So this is the main section. It has the content and the background image. So let me just download some background image. Do you have, I think we can copy this background image.
Yes, sir.
Open
The file we have.
It is
in images.
inside the images.
Which one it is?
Desktop.
Desktop.
Yes.
So for now we can upload it. Add image, choose file, and downloads. We can upload the desktop one. Okay, so this will be the background for this region, this section, right?
Yes, sir.
And this is the content, and inside the content we have inner content. If you collapse this, you can see we have right now just the CTA group, so we can add text only also.
Yes, sir.
So it will be this is the title,
Yes, sir.
and this is going to be the description. Okay,
Yes.
and maybe we can drag this above,
Yes,
but
sir.
that's not the case at the moment. We can, yes, it is now in the save. Okay, so this is the image. You can see this is the image,
Yes.
and these are, where is this now coming from? Still there. I think we should remove
Go
it.
to the paragraph.
I am from the themes. Find in folder. I am from what's the text actually?
I am coming from.
I am coming from maybe in the whole folder. This is strange.
Go to the main paragraph.html.
Let us check it from markup.
So the wrapper one, sir. Card wrapper one.
This is
Yes, sir.
begin custom template output from paragraph dot this paragraph now. Media templates paragraph dot html. Okay, it may not be saved. The paragraph dot html dot tick. Now hopefully, is it saved now?
Yes. Yes,
Gone.
sir.
Okay, so this is that image we uploaded, and now this is the title, and this is the, sorry, this is the title and this is the description. Okay, and this is the image. Okay, I want to make this image the background of the section. I want to make this the background of the section. So if you come to the code written by Shahab, you can see this is the wrapper, div container, this object cover, bg repeat style is this, and the URL is this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the background size is this. So this wrapper basically belongs to what? The section paragraph
Yes, sir.
type. This wrapper belongs to
Section.
the section paragraph type. So we'll come there. In the paragraph, we'll copy this again and paste it as paragraph dash dash section dot html dot tag, right?
Yes.
I'll remove everything else, but first let me copy his code again. I don't know where does it go all the time. So we'll copy this, and that's I think we need. We paste it here and the closing div. Okay,
Yes.
now how to get this value? We already have that value, but we need to have it inside these two brackets to make it dynamic,
Yes.
right? And it will be content dot, what's the name of the
Background image.
field?
Field underscore background underscore image. Media image.
Section manage fields, so field underscore media image,
Yes.
field underscore dot 0. Let's try this. If this doesn't work, then maybe something else we will need to do. So do you think we need anything else now? Yes, we need to copy this content
Yes, sir.
into this, and for now I will remove everything. Maybe if we need things, we will get them back. And does cr if you go to this now, so at least something is there now. The background image has been taken, and now we can see this. Okay, one thing, we are still seeing the image and the text. Where are they coming from? Anybody?
The text only paragraph type, sir. From the text only paragraph type, it have a background image, title and description.
I mean this is good. We have added it. We have image also. Let me edit it. You will see.
Yes, sir. This is coming from the text only. Yes.
This is the text only, and these are the CTAs. That's fine. But since we are outputting the content variable, and here we also are using the same. In the first lecture, if you remember, we did something like this. I have manually used this field, okay, but again I am using content here. So one way is, if I go to manage display and hide the field, then in the content it will not be shown. But I had told you we can use this pipe, then the without, and name of the variable, because once you have output the part of the content before it, then you need to do something like this. So for example, we have output the image, so now we want to let it know that we don't want to show this image as part of your content output. And now if we refresh, so at least that image is gone, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this, what is which paragraph type is outputting this now? The text only.
Text only. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
the text only is outputting it. And in Shahab's code, I think we have a lot of them open now. So in Shahab's code, we have these two things.
Yes, sir. The title.
These two things. So we can copy them and move them to the text only paragraph type. Okay.
Yes.
And what will be this wrapper kind of
This
thing.
is for positioning of.
No, where will this go? This one.
Main.
This will be going to inside the sections. Then?
Inside the section we have the content paragraph
Yes,
type.
sir.
So this will be the content paragraph type wrapper.
Yes, sir. Content. Yes.
Let's do it first.
Okay.
This wrapper belongs to the content paragraph type. You are probably forgetting things, but structure paragraph types, we also have created this content paragraph type which has
The section has
inner content, but
in the content have text only.
so we will make another paragraph type template, and it will be paragraph dash dash
Content. Dot html dot paste it.
copy,
Yes.
paste, and rename it to
Content dot html
paragraph dash dash content
dot
dot
html.
html dot twig. Okay, this paragraph type should have that markup.
Yes.
So what we can do is copy this wrapper,
In this one.
second one, sorry, and move it to the newly created content here, and we'll enclose it to this. What should be here in the
Content.
this variable? Sorry. And let us remove this for now. Clear?
Yes.
We'll clear cache. Okay, now we are into, like we have provided this markup, now we are into these two, and these two are basically from
The text only. Yes.
the text only markup. So we will also create another one, paragraph dot what's the machine name of it? Paragraph dash dash
Text dash only.
text dash only dot html dot twig. Let us confirm it.
Yes.
Image and text
Text
underscore only. So text only. One thing, if the machine name has underscore, so in the theme name it should be dash. Okay, so text dash only, and here we need to have those two. Let me copy these two. Text only and save. Clear? So now we have to break this content. Content dot, this will go here. So what's the machine name of the field? So it will be content dot something, right? Let us confirm.
Field underscore title, sir.
Which paragraph type it is?
The text only, sir.
Text only. So field underscore description.
Yes.
So it will be field underscore title, sorry, and field underscore description. This one will be content dot field underscore description dot 0, and let us make it div also. Clear?
Yes.
Do we need this now?
No, sir.
So save it. ddiv press cr, go to so I think we are there, but maybe Because
should be
some
white.
is due to the
Variables.
background
Color variables
color
there.
variables.
which color variable?
So and just change the
Which one?
Go to the content one.
Content one.
Yes. Yes.
So here should be text white or something like this, no?
Go to the section one, sir. Section one, I think. Yeah.
No, so define an variable. It's to like the text dash, which we are used by default
Okay,
variable
sir.
and theme.
The text one is
Go to the text.
only.
There will be a gray, BG white.
BG dash.
No, text dash.
Text.
Sorry,
Text dash white. Make it white.
make it white.
And this one also.
Yes, sir. And change this one also white, because these are the variables.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
And what about this one?
Yes, sir. You should also have to change the names also in the button. The
Because
CTS.
CTA
Yes, sir.
secondary.
Secondary and primary both.
So here
Change button.
This one also.
this one should be
White.
white and not that black is white. Okay. This is all CSS stuff. Okay. You have got already the idea how to theme
Yes, sir.
things. Good. Now hopefully it all will be responsive also.
Yes.
Okay, just as another example, for example, your client asks you that they want to have maybe just for a day another column of such text, or maybe just this text. So what will you do? For example, some conference
Yes,
is
sir.
coming up,
Just
something like this, and they want to have something here.
edit this section and add another text only content with it and place it.
There.
The same, yes, sir.
Mhm.
We'll add columns over here and use blocks.
Define the grid column.
Great.
Yes, I use the grid.
Let me think over it. So
Just the description, the other description.
So here is how we will do it. If you go to structure, paragraph types, the content. So right now we have just the inner content,
Yes.
and you can see if I go to content, checking CTS. So here it is, right? If we edit it, and if I collapse all, so you can see, and collapse this also. So in this section we have content,
Yes,
the
sir.
content paragraph, right? In this content paragraph we have two paragraphs. One is text only, another one is CTA group.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes.
So if I collapse it again, now I want another content here, and it will be as text only, this, and this is, for example, some Control C, add it, right?
Yes.
So I want maybe just this text, not even the title, and save it. So now we have extra text, but this needs to be here.
Yes, sir.
So what do you think we can do? We can create in the paragraph types, in the content, manage fields, right? Here we need to create a field for classes. So I will create a new field and make it list text. Where is list text? Selection list, list text, continue, columns. We call it columns, right?
Yes.
Or maybe columns is fine. Okay, here tell me the relevant column classes. So if it has to be one column, what should be the name of it?
Grid calls to.
uh, one column, one column, and the machine name should be what it is?
Grid calls to
Grid.
one column.
Yes.
Sir, by
If it is
default
one,
it is one column.
or
Sir.
just grid.
Yes, sir. Only grid.
Grid dash calls dash one.
So column
Yes,
by
sir.
default it is taking one column.
You
Okay.
can have calls one as well
Calls
because
one.
grid
Yes, sir.
will be the parent class. right?
Yes.
So
Grid dash calls dash one.
Yes.
Add another item. Two columns. What it will become?
Grid calls.
two.
Cool.
Grid dash calls dash two.
Yes.
And add another item. Three columns. So it will be grid
Calls dash 3.
dash 3,
Yes.
and you get the idea, right?
Yes.
Maybe we can add one more, 4 columns. So grid dash calls dash
4.
4. For now these are okay, and save. So this is the column now. For example, I want to have a four. Let me just count this. This is maybe 3 columns, and this is 2 columns. This is possible now.
Yes.
3 plus 2 5
Five,
columns.
five, five.
Hmm?
Yes.
And so what we will do is we will edit the content we have. What's that content we created? This one. Okay, so the first, now we have the field, right? We will edit the content here. As I said, it's easier to, these two are now content inside the section. So if we edit this one, and we will have a field for
Select columns.
columns. So it should be 3 columns, I think. And for the second one, it should be maybe 2 columns. Okay, and save. So we have added at least these values to the sections. But now what we want is what's the wrapper for the content? What should be the wrapper for the content? The section.
Section.
So the first thing you need to do is, in the section content type, in the wrapper you will have to add the grid class, I think. Am I right?
No, sir, they are the another H2 and P.
Because the content will be inside it. So the wrapper should be,
So the content already have a grid class, which have inside the title and the description.
Title and description.
no, we need it for the
Yes,
container.
Yes.
We need it for the container.
Yes.
Is it fine to
Yes,
add
sir.
this here?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So the first thing is we will have a grid class here. Now the second thing is the content paragraph type here.
Yes, sir.
We need to have some class here which will basically tell us what the value of the class is. So if I dump right now, what's the name of that content dot classes? Was it classes or something?
Columns.
Structure, paragraph types,
In
content, manage fields, field underscore columns,
Yes.
field underscore columns dot 0 so is this thing. The markup is this, allowed tags are these. So we don't need markup, we need the key,
Yes, sir. Machine name.
machine name. maybe if you can check if this is working keys. Okay, sorry, we check what it gives us. Okay, not the keys. One thing here, the formatter will come into play. This paragraph types and content manage display. So in the columns the format is default, but we will make it key. So what the key will do, it will have the class name,
The machine names.
machine name. We'll go to the content again. CTAs. So
Clear the caches.
I'm going to remove this for now. I think she's not needed. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so hash markup is going to be the value, right? Grid dash calls dash 3. So what we can do is hash markup.
Small. Close the this one. Yes. Quotations.
Because this is class, right?
Yes.
So what we can do is, and I think we can do something like, let us try dot value just to check what we will get. Okay, so the other one is fine for now. Okay, so we can add this class to maybe here. Do you agree? But in the variable format. And we will remove the dump.
This should not be added here because.
So now we can, this is the output should start from content, this is one, and this is content. So it should have
a class.
So this is grid dash cos dash 3, right?
Yes.
This is working. Why is it rushing to the whole page? Do we have not? Okay, because again we have the field problem for inner content. We should not have these, and we have added the grid class. So if it is grid and this is grid dash calls dash 3, so why is it not working?
Sir, we have to define the columns here with the grid all.
Okay, why is this grid? Why is this grid?
Because this is an internal grid.
Yes.
If we make the parent grid, so we have to define the class inside that parent also.
I think we need to just change a bit of logic. So we are in this section because we are giving the wrong classes to the wrong divs. So in this section we I think need to have a hard-coded grid grid dash calls dash 5. So this is going to be a grid of this much width. Okay, and then in the subclasses for the content, so here we need to have, rather than the call span structure, I think this will give us some problem, but if we come to the content manage fields and in the columns, we should edit it and make it
Yes, sir.
Grid dash
Call span 1.
calls or call
Calls.
is span
Oh, sir, remove the grid.
span
fully remove, sir.
Okay.
Call
Yes.
dash span dash 1.
Okay.
Yes.
And this one should be
Yes.
okay. One thing, the list text won't do this because these values are in the database already, so we will set it, but for now it should be
Call span 3. Call span 4.
call span
Yes.
4, and these two values need to be removed first. If I go to the content, checking CTAs, inner content, and calls, 3 calls, we will make it none for now. Similarly, we will make it none so that we can change those values.
Yes, sir.
Structure, paragraph types, content, manage fields, columns, and here now we can change them to
Yes, sir.
span also. So span,
Call span 2.
call dash
Span
dash
Yes.
2, and this one should be call
Yes.
dash span
dash
3. Spans or
Yes.
span?
Span.
Calls or call?
Call.
Okay, so I think we have set the values.
Yes.
If we edit the content now, so it will be, maybe we need 3 columns,
Yes, sir.
and the other one has 2 columns. So you can see now the layout is 2 columns, and in the right we are using the second text as well. Let us quickly create another one just to show you how flexible is this section based concept now. So even if I just edit this and I will create a new section, and we add some background image to it, go to download, so maybe this BG which I already have, and save and insert. So the background image of the section is this. Now we need to add content. So if you click on add content, this is in the column we can have, maybe for example I want to have 3 columns of text, so the column should be 3, this one, and then we can add the text only. So first column text, copy some lorem ipsum from here, maybe one paragraph is enough, or maybe 2. Okay, and then if I want to add, this is in the first column, which will be, this width will be 3 columns, or maybe just 1 column. The first one should be 1 column, and the second one should be 2, and the last one should be 2, so it will make it 5 columns, because I have made the parent 5 columns. You will see what I mean. Okay, so this is the first one. Now we need to add content again, this one, and here we again will be, this is second column text, and the column should be 2, and then we will add another one, it should be 2 as well, and this is third column. If we save it, you can see this is text in 3 columns. We can fix this, but you get the idea. Okay, one thing, if I want to add maybe CTA buttons in these two, so now this is possible as well. We will come to the second column, this one. This is the second column, so we can add CTA group. And display style should be primary, and then we can have another CTA. And this one should be secondary. If we save it, so you can see we have the buttons now. So it all depends upon how flexible you can make your system. We could have easily just created this with title, description and some buttons, but we have added extra power because of the columns we have added to the, and the content paragraph item, in which we can have anything, any sort of content. So for example, I need to have one image here below this, just as an example. So what we can do is we can quickly create a paragraph type. I normally have something like this, so I will call it image only, and we can reuse the image field, this one should be referencing image, and save. This is now a paragraph type image only, and with an image field, media field. So in the content settings for paragraph, we can have content paragraph, this one. Right now it has this inner paragraph type settings, and it is only referring to text only in CTA group. So we can also refer image only. Now we can add images also. One thing I forgot to check the manage display for the image only, and we will make it thumbnail, and maybe some image style. So this one is good for now, and update, save. Okay, so now if we go to this content in the second column, the last column in fact, this is the third column. So here we can add image also. Let me upload some image, maybe this one, insert and save. So if you go to the checking CTAs, you can see now we have an image also. So you can see the power of the system, the sections actually we have developed. For example, your client wants to have buttons here as well, so you can add the CTA buttons also. So I think this is enough for today. Inshallah, see you next time with more cool stuff. Thank you.